Like the pharaohs who built the pyramids, Ithra will be the pyramid of Saudi Arabia.
للتعبير عن وطننا وثقافتنا وإبداعاتنا بعقول سعودية وقدرات محلية وتعاون عالمي.
We explore and we tell stories about what we find when we explore. Those to me are the two things that human beings do.
على هالمركز أنه إن شاء الله سيثري الجو الثقافي في المملكة العربية السعودية.
أن نستمع إلى غيرنا وأن نستفيد منهم وأن نخطط نحن لأنفسنا. أعتقد هذا هو الطريق السليم.
Art is an expression of faith, and I feel that this is an eternal message. It's not something that's for the moment.
نعرف أن التحولات الاقتصادية والاجتماعية إذا لم يسندها ويؤسس لها نهضة ثقافية فنية قد تصيب الإنسان بالقلق وممكن أن تهز من كثير من وجوده الواقعي والحياتي.
I can see how Ithra can be a game changer for Saudi artists, but also the broader public to realize potential.
السعادة مقترنة بالتطوع، ولعل التطوع وسيلة هامة جدا جدا في حياة كل واحد منا إلى تعظيم الأثر الخاص به.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Live Science Show. My name is Abdullah Khirsani and today we have a special episode for you guys. We're at King Abdulaziz Center of World Culture, Ithra, at one of their galleries, which is called Rehlat. And today we're going to take a look at an amazing story of our land, a land of beauty. Our deserts, mountains, oases, seas host many different types of species. So today we're going to take a coastal voyage to explore our shores and vibrant underwater worlds that we have here in the Arabian Peninsula. Here behind me is gallery number 4, where the story is found. We have a special guest. His name is Ali Al-Bahrani. He's an engineer, a fellow science enthusiast, and he's the one who's going to take us through that journey and tell us a little bit more about the waters that is surrounding the Arabian Peninsula and the animals that lives in these waters. So I hope you guys are ready today, and let's start our tour. Let's get inside. Oh, Ali.
Hi.
Hi, Ali. Thank you so much for meeting us today. I'm so excited for this tour.
Hi, Abdullah. Welcome you all. I'm very excited again.
Okay, thank you so much. So what do you have for us today?
Today we are in Ithra Museums. So it has 4 main galleries scattered in different places, covering art, history, and science. And here is gallery number 4, which is about Arabian journeys. It was done in collaboration with the Natural History Museum in London, and it's tackled the intimate relationship between human and its environment.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
So I guess let's start the tour, Ali. Huh?
Yes, our tour is about the coastal voyage.
Oh, okay.
So we'll go under the sea and see this wonderful
The different
world.
animals that we have here
Yes.
in the Arabian Peninsula. I'm so excited.
But
yeah.
before you go, Abdullah,
Yes.
have you noticed something strange?
Yes, of course. I have seen that. Is that like a sea creature, I'm guessing?
It is a sea creature. It is a huge marine reptile. It's called mesosaurs.
Wow. I mean, that's how huge. I mean, this is the real size of it, Ali?
It goes 3 times bigger than
times.
this.
So it can be 3 times bigger than this one?
Yes, but we cannot fit it in the museum.
Yeah, of course we cannot fit that, but that's really unbelievable, Ali.
Yeah, Abdullah, this creature get extinct 65 million years ago.
Wow, that's a very long time ago.
Yeah.
Wait, that reminds me, 65 million years ago, that was the time where the dinosaurs got extinct, yeah?
It's the same era, the Jurassic era.
So yes, I'm guessing this is a sort of a dinosaur?
How? Here is a misconception here.
What?
Although it lives in the same era, but it doesn't classify it as dinosaur. You see, marine and flying creatures are not classified as dinosaurs. It's only the walking on land reptiles like T-Rex.
Oh, okay. So this is the first time hearing of it.
Yeah,
Thank you so much
it's
for-
different classifications.
Yeah, I thought that all of the animals that used to live back in that era, the Jurassic period, that all of them are dinosaurs.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to know that.
I believe I used to believe that also.
Yeah.
Here is a question.
Yes.
With look into the teeth, what do you think, Abdullah? Is it feeding on meat or plants?
Well, that is an interesting question, but I'm guessing from the teeth. But you know what? How about we ask the audience to help us out with that question?
Yeah, okay. You do that, and I'll catch you on our next
For
section.
sure. So please, guys, let's write down your answers down in the comment section. If the mosasaur used to eat plants or animals, okay? And then we're gonna circle on that question later on, okay? So please write down your answers down in the comment section. Okay, Ali. First of all, at first glance, this is a very beautiful gallery. I mean, just the decor itself and everything. It's really good place to be at.
It is. They really put some thought in even the design of it.
It's really good. So, what do you have for us today?
Okay, we arrived to our starting point, our coastal voyage.
Okay.
So, we will speak about our two known seas in the Saudi Arabia, which are?
The Arabian Gulf and the Red Sea, I guess?
Yes. So, we have the Arabian Gulf in the east and the Red Sea at the west.
Okay.
The Red Sea is very rich with coral reefs and a beautiful ecosystem that goes along to 2,000 kilometers of coastal of the sea. And it goes deep to 3 kilometers deep.
3 kilometers?
Yes.
That's really deep, Adi.
And there is a question here.
Yes.
I'd like to test your,
Yes,
your knowledge.
Go ahead. Yes,
So
go ahead.
why do you think they call it the Red Sea?
That's an interesting question. I'll shoot that to the audience again. Okay. Please, guys, write down on the comment section why do we call the Red Sea the way it is, the Red Sea. And of course, we're going to go back to that question later on, okay?
Yeah. Don't forget, we'll catch on it later.
Yes, of course.
Going to the Arabian Gulf, it is shallower and has less species than the Red Sea. Okay. However, it is very well known with its trade because of its strategic location. There is 8 nations around the Gulf, and it was very rich of pearling, which is searching for birds back in the day.
Searching for pearls. I guess that's why we're going to speak about these boats that we have in here, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So these boats are called dows, used back in the day, and they are using sails to move on the sea.
Okay. Very interesting. They look so beautiful, Adi.
So back in the day, they are harness the power of the wind to move along using sails.
Using the sails, I mean these triangular things, the cloth, they use that to where they catch the breeze so they make them move.
Exactly.
Okay.
And one thing you notice here, Abdullah, the material of the boats are used by the materials in the environment itself.
Okay.
So they are using wood and cloth and ropes.
Okay.
All they are available in their environment, and they're just utilizing them to do some tasks.
Okay, that really makes sense. I mean, people in the past, they always utilize their environment to create useful materials.
Exactly.
And of course, with the environment that they had, using to create these boats that we have. But of course, I'm saying boats, but you said?
Dows.
Dows, okay.
Yeah.
What is the difference exactly?
A dow, it is the traditional name of these particular boats in the region.
Okay,
Yeah.
so people in the past used to call it dows.
Dow, yeah.
Okay.
So it is wooden boat, but they call it dow.
Okay.
Speaking about the material used, let me show you something. Come here, Abdullah.
Sure.
Have a look at this module of a house. What do you see?
That is really beautiful. That's real life replica. Guys, come on in. Take a look at these details a little bit. I mean, these are very detailed replica of old houses in the past. Okay, so Ali, what was your question again?
What are the material used here?
Obviously wood. I can see some wood. And of course stones as well.
Stones?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are right, but these are particular stones, Abdullah. People living on the coastal, they are using coral stones.
Really?
That comes from the sea itself. So it looks like this. So they are harnessing these type of stones and building houses. So they are using wood, coral stones, and even mud. So the same material are used in the East Coast and West Coast, but this particular design is very well known at the East Coast, especially in Jeddah.
Oh, really? So this is the exact design that people in Jeddah they used to use in the past? They used to have?
It is until now. You can find
and exactly, we can find them till this day.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's really nice. I mean, we should give them a visit once in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, we should.
So the material used, going back to the boat,
Yeah.
the boat is the same examples. They are using whatever materials back then.
Okay.
And boats are not only used for fishing, as I said, it's used widely for burling, which is hunting for birds.
Oh, okay.
So they are using these boats to go dive in the sea and searching for a lot amount of oysters to catch the birds.
Okay, so I'm guessing these are the materials that people in the past used to catch pearls?
Yes.
Okay.
These some gadgets, if you can have a closer
Yes,
look.
you're going to want to take a closer look at these tools. So again, these are real-life replicas, Ali, yeah? So again, Ali, these are real-life replicas. So can you tell me a little bit about these different tools that we have in here?
Yeah, so back in the day, as I say, they taken these wooden boats, those going in the middle of the sea, and they need to dive in and search for them manually.
Yeah.
So they are using these are the finger protection. They put a layer of leather on because the oysters are pointy.
Okay, sharp. They have sharp edge and the oyster
yes.
itself. Okay, so they protect themselves from that.
Exactly.
Very interesting.
And we have here some weights.
Okay, so why weights?
Why wait? Because back in the day, they don't have swimsuits.
Okay.
They didn't buy them. So they are using weights to pull them down to the bottom of the sea.
That is very risky, Ali.
Yeah.
Okay, so how they can go back up?
Nice question. Actually, they tie their legs with a rope attached to the door.
Okay.
And when he's ready, he just pull in, giving a signal to his friends, and they will pull him out.
So yeah, exactly. Time to get some oxygen, I guess. Yeah.
Exactly. And
Okay.
speaking about oxygen, these here are nose clipper, because he put it in his nose, and he need to dive in, get back with one breath.
Exactly. I mean, you just painted the full picture for me, Ali, back there. Okay.
So it is very hard, very challenging, and full of risk. Diving in with one breath to search for oysters. They put them in this net and come back, and they, if they are lucky, they will find some birds with them, because not all oysters have birds inside them.
Okay.
So, going to the sections, Abdullah, do you love seafood?
Actually, it's my favorite. Why are you asking? Are you going to take me to lunch after the show?
Well, you deserve it.
We do. All of us deserve it, Ali. But why are you asking?
Because we have these fish models. I just want to test if you know some of the types here.
That's very hard.
Tricky question.
It's a very tricky question. Let me just guess. I'm guessing the one here top on the left. Is that hamur, Ali?
It is hamur.
Yes, exactly. I was hoping for you to say that. Yeah,
it is hamur.
It's
yeah.
very familiar. Yeah.
And it is very delicious.
Yeah, I can testify for that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And here the big one is kanad.
Okay.
We usually eat it in slices because it's a big one.
Yeah.
Cannot put it in one tray.
Okay.
So speaking about fishes, the Gulf region, in the Gulf Sea, we have more than 700 kind of species. Some of them are native.
In the Gulf Coast?
In the Gulf Coast, yeah.
Okay.
Some of them are natives only in the Gulf.
Okay.
However, in the Red Sea, you have more than 1,200 species.
1,200?
Yeah.
Wow, so that's like double the number from
Double the number because of, as we said, it is deeper and wider.
Oh, yeah, so as you said, 3 kilometers deep, so I guess, yeah, that gives it a variety a little
But
bit.
with all these creatures, they are not all fishes. You have other creatures also.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're going to show me that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this suspended model up there.
Okay, yeah. So I'm guessing from this suspended model, is that a shark, but a hammerhead shark, yeah?
A hammerhead shark, yeah. How you did know?
Actually, it's from the head itself. I mean, it's obvious.
Exactly, yeah. The head gives the name. Actually, yes, it's a type of shark, and if you can have a closer look, its eyes on the side.
Yeah. On the edges, I can see that.
On the edges, so it's not in the front.
I can see that, yeah.
In order to see, it needs to move its head right and left all the time.
Okay.
So it's got wider angle of vision.
So it's just like she's scanning the area by moving her head right and left. Okay.
Exactly.
Because it has the eyes on the edges.
On the edges. So
Okay.
Because it doesn't swim like this. It swims like this. So
Okay.
so it is covering wider area. Also, it's got a special sensors in the head that sense even the minor electric field that comes from the fishes even under the sand.
So this is how it detects more fishes.
Yes,
That's
it will
very
get more fishes. So if
Wow.
if it cannot see you, it will detect you even under.
Exactly. So why are we talking about sharks here in the Arabian Peninsula?
Because actually we have some kind of sharks even in the Arabic Gulfs and in the Red Sea.
In the Red Sea?
Yeah.
So I guess I'm not going to be surfing anytime soon in the Red Sea, huh?
They live in deeper water, so don't worry, Abdullah.
But wait, that's not a guarantee.
Nothing is guaranteed, my friend.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we have here some sea creatures, yeah?
More installations. Yeah, have a look, a closer look. Tell me what you recognize.
How about, guys, come and take a look at the details that we have. Here are some other sea creatures that we have. Okay, Ali, so you just told me that if I recognize some of them, yes, I guess sea turtles and crabs, of course,
Crabs.
and snakes.
And so,
But first, just taking a look at them, they really look like real, you know?
yeah.
I mean, this is like how amazing. I mean, they look really, real up close. Okay, so can you tell me about them a little bit?
Yeah, sure. We have the big one here. It's the green sea turtle.
Okay.
And it is widely separate in the Red Sea,
Okay.
again for the deeper water.
Okay.
And it lays its eggs actually on the shore. So it comes on the beach and dig then and lay all its eggs in one hole, then come back to the
Go back to the sea.
to the
again.
sea.
Okay.
But interestingly enough, I want you to have a closer look at this. Come here, Abdullah.
Okay.
Look, this
This creature right over here.
yeah, this weirdly shaped creatures, Abdullah. It's called the Black Sea cucumber.
Cucumber.
Yeah,
Really? Is that its real name?
it is. Yeah,
Really?
it's widely known as cucumber.
You know what? It really looks like a cucumber.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
a
Yeah.
large pickle sauce.
It is a large pickle. Yeah. So tell me about it.
Yeah, so the cucumber here, and even the crab, they eat on the residue and the parasite that are hanging on the water or on the bed of the sea.
Okay.
So it's just eating these, feeding on this kind of food.
Take a look at them.
But yeah, different colors, different shapes. They are kind of weird.
Yeah.
Here we have the cute pipefish.
Okay. Cute pipefish. Yes. So tell me about it a little bit more.
Yeah, they live in packs and groups.
Okay.
And as the crabs and the cucumber, they eat on the residue and the parasite of larger creatures.
So they eat by cleaning other creatures, yeah?
Exactly,
So
like the
basi-
turtle or the sharks or whales also.
Okay, so basically they are a car wash. This is what I say.
Marine car wash.
Exactly, marine car wash. Yeah, exactly. Very interesting, Adi.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
And here we have the snakes. We are used to snakes in desert.
Yeah.
However, hence we have marine snakes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what? I didn't really know that we have like some snakes like they dive in the seas.
Yeah.
I mean, but it looks amazing.
Then we have coral reefs and some seashells. But
Okay.
going up back again.
Oh, okay.
So let's see this module here.
Okay, so we have another suspended model here.
Yes.
Okay. So what is it called, Adi?
It's called dugong. Dugong.
Dugong.
Yeah.
Is that its real name?
It is, yeah.
Oh, dugong. Okay.
It's a friendly creature. Everybody loves dugong.
I hope so. I hope it's friendly. I mean, it's huge. I mean,
Yeah.
it's huge. Okay. Can you tell us a little bit more? Like, what does it eat exactly?
It's fed on seaweeds and plants on the under the water,
Okay.
so that it's friendly because other fishes don't feel intimidated.
Exactly. So they live
yeah.
deep in the bottom of the sea, or they live in the surface?
They go deeper because they want to harness that plants and seaweeds. However, there is interesting information. It breathes air, so it needs need oxygen to survive.
How can it do that?
It swims back up to the surface and inhale oxygen and
okay,
dive in.
and then they
So
dive in again.
yeah,
Okay.
so it's a constant voyage.
That's unbelievable, Ali. That's very interesting.
Coming to our last
Oh.
section here.
You've got some more over here. yeah?
Yes, more colorful creature. Again, do you recognize any?
As you said, first of all, I just want to talk about the diversity of the colors and shapes that we have in here. I mean, they look so beautiful. Different kind of. So these are real colors, Ali, yeah?
Yeah, resemble pretty much the real ones. Yes.
The real ones. So okay, so from what do I recognize really? We got maybe. Oh yes, we've got Nemo here.
Yeah.
Yes, we got ourselves a clownfish.
The Nemo fish.
Yeah, the Nemo fish, yeah. So I guess from these, this is the only one that I recognize, really.
This actually called anemone fish.
Okay.
But it's widely known as Nemo
Yeah.
because of the movie.
Yes.
But sometimes it's called also the clownfish because of the colors of it.
Colors of it, okay.
Yeah.
So I've always known that it's called a clownfish, but I really didn't know the reason behind it, just because they're colorful, yeah?
Because it's like you are putting the colors of a clown.
Interesting,
Yeah.
interesting.
Again, they are living in packs and groups. They habitat between reefs and coral reefs, so
Okay.
you will find them there.
Okay, of course we have some coral reefs over here.
Yeah.
All of them are coral reefs, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, and you have an eel here.
An eel, yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't know that this is the actual color of it. I always thought that they're kind of a black,
Yeah.
but this is, I mean, this is like a little bit greenish. From the way I
You would
see
be
it.
always like surprised when it comes to marine
Yes,
creatures.
when it
They
comes
have
to
different colors,
I
different
always-
shapes.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah,
true. I
you
mean, I
cannot
always get surprised when it comes to marine creatures.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's fed on other fishes and octopus.
Oh, okay.
So these are enemies.
These are enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look like enemies. I mean, just look at them. Just look at
We
them.
have this weirdly shaped fish.
What is it called, Ari?
It's called, it's a weird name. It's called humphead
Humphead?
parrot fish.
Humphead parrot fish.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Interesting. Interesting.
But the shape of the mouth of it, that gives the parrot
The
fish name.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and it's fed on coral reef, so
For some-
it bites on corals.
Now you just said that. It really looks like a parrot, like in the front.
Yeah,
It's really true.
exactly.
Wow. Okay.
And we have
Wow.
here the octopus.
Huge one.
Yeah,
That's
I think most of the seas all over the world, you will find some type of octopus, and they are very, very deceiving, changing colors, changing shapes. They going under the rocks, under the sand, and when they feel intimidated, most of us know, they eject that liquid that make the vision is not clear, so that they can escape.
Oh, okay. Very interesting.
Eject liquid.
And of course, we have some coral reefs over here.
Yeah.
And
This one here, it's called the Spanish dancer.
Really?
The original,
No,
the orange one.
Okay, why is that?
Because it swims in a weird way. I don't know why they call it Spanish. Maybe like tumba, or I don't know. but it swims like this.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So it's kind of like dancing like the tango, maybe. That's why maybe they call this.
Yeah, maybe. So it's
Interesting.
not swimming like this in a smooth. No, it swims like this.
Okay.
So maybe
So-
that's resemble.
So I guess here when it comes to the sea creatures that we have here in this part of the gallery. Okay, now we're gonna move on to our last segment of the show. Now we're gonna have a Q&A part. And today, since I have Ali here over here with us, he's gonna help me out in assisting with the answers for all of the audience questions.
course,
Yeah?
yes.
I guess you have what it takes, Ali, to take on all of the questions that the audience have to
Yes,
us.
of course. I just want to add one last point, Abdullah. All what we've said, we've seen today is just a drop in the ocean. The sea world is magnificent and huge.
Yes, actually, speaking about that, I mean, scientists are telling us that, I mean, all of the animals that we have actually documented right now, so, I mean, so far,
And sea creatures.
Yes, count like 10% of the total creatures that we might find in the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
So that's exactly just a drop of the ocean.
It is, yeah, a tiny, tiny drop.
Wow, that is really mind-blowing. When you just like think about it, like all of this time we spend searching and documenting all of these sea creatures, and we still haven't got even more than 10% of the sea creatures. Wow, that is a mind-blowing, guys. Okay, so going back to the Q&A part.
Let's catch on the Red Sea name.
Oh yes, thank you for reminding me. Okay, I hope you guys got the answers for the Red Sea. Why do we call the Red Sea the way we call it? Let us get that question from one of the audience that was going to participate. Okay, and then we're going to see why, and maybe you can correct us and help us out with the answer. But
Until we get the answer, let's catch some questions.
Okay, so as I said, now we're going to start with the Q&A part. Now we're going to start accepting your questions, guys, about today's topic. And of course, since Ali's going to be here, he's going to help me out with the answers for today. So either we're going to have, either you guys are going to write down your questions by writing it down in the comment section, or we're going to have a video call. But of course, it's your call, guys. So let's start from the top. Let's start with the first question.
Hello.
Okay, who's going to be our first caller today?
Hello, my name is Hela. My name is Hela.
Hello, Hela, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're so happy to hear. We're so happy to have you here today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have you ever been to Ithra galleries before?
Yes. Yes.
You have. Oh, really great. Which one of the galleries?
I went to one, but I don't know what the name is.
Okay, but you have to come to this gallery in particular where it talks about the sea creatures. I mean, you have to give it a try. I mean, I know that I've just explained it right now with the show, but you have to come and see it in person. They are really, they look like real life creatures, you know? Okay, so I have a question for you, Hayla. From the animals that we had here today, just a quick question before we dive deep into the question for today. Which one of the animals that I showed you today and me and Ali talked about that got your attention?
The hammerhead.
The hammerhead shark, exactly. This is the one that we
It is interesting.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, so let's jump in with the question, Hayla. So what do you have for us today?
My question is do we have sharks in the Arabian Gulf?
I'm just, can we just raise the volume a little bit? Yes. Did you catch
I think
that,
about
Ali?
the sharks, but it's
about the sharks?
Yeah,
okay, just Hayla, one more time. Can you just repeat the question? Sorry.
Do we have sharks in the Arabian Gulf?
Ali?
Yeah, okay. So the question of sharks. In the Arabian Gulf, we have smaller sharks, which they escape from the Indian Ocean. They don't come to the Gulf because it is shallow water. They need deeper water to swim in. However, you will find in the news sometimes they say we found one or two. They are just escaping from the Indian Ocean. However, in the Red Sea, we have a lot of more kind of sharks there, and one of them is called the whale shark, which it's travel from all over the world and come to the Red Sea just to breed there and grow up. And when they are at a certain age, the whale shark exit the Red Sea. So the answer is yes, we have, but with certain details that as I explained.
Okay, thank you.
I hope you got.
Thank you.
I hope you got a satisfying answer for that, Hayla.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for participating with us in the Q&A. I guess I'll
You're
see you next
welcome.
time. Take care of yourself, Hayla. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. Yes.
I'm wondering if we have whales also.
That's. I mean, shark is good enough for me.
Yeah,
I mean,
they have. They need definitely deeper water.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
So,
correct.
do you have a second caller today?
Hi.
Hello.
My name is Munira.
Hello, Munira. Hi, welcome to the show. We're so happy to have you today.
I'm happy too. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'm happy
So, Munira, just before we dive into our question for today, from the animals that we just talked about, me and Ali, is there one in particular that got your attention?
Yes, the dogong got my eye. The dogong. It looks really cute and friendly.
I mean, it's not only the name itself. I mean, it's it gets your attention sometimes. So yeah, that's one of our suspended models that we have.
But I agree with her. It looks cute, fluffy.
Kind of. It really depends on
friendly
the person.
also.
It depends on the person, but yeah, it looks friendly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nevertheless. Okay, so Munira, do you have a question for us today?
Yes, I do. What features make the Red Sea different from what features make the Red Sea different from other?
An interesting question. You know what, Ali? Let me take that.
Okay.
Let me take that
Yeah.
question. Okay. Let me try once. Okay. So, what makes the Red Sea different from other seas? First of all, it has a colorful reef, so it makes it a very big attraction from divers all around the world to come and try out to dive in the sea as well. And of course, I don't know, Ali, if you know this, and everybody knows this in the audience. Some of the coral reefs actually is 7,000 years old. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a really long time ago, and maybe that's like what really gives it the color that you said before, like what makes it like the Red Sea. And another interesting fact about the Red Sea itself, what makes it different from other seas, it's very salty. The saltiness level is very high, so it makes it easier to float. So this is one of the things that makes it different from other seas as well. Ali, do you have like something to add about the Red Sea itself?
It is what you mentioned. I couldn't top on that, but it's a very diverse ecosystems there, and the coral reefs is the key because it works as an international attraction that you mentioned.
Yes,
before.
exactly. Yeah, it's become a very a big diving spot. I mean, for people from all around the world. So going back to the question, so why do we actually call the Red Sea the way we call it?
Speaking of the Red Sea, it is, and this Red Sea is connecting like 3 continents.
Wow. Okay.
If you think about it,
yeah,
it connects Asia and Africa and even Europe.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
true. Yeah. So that itself makes it different from other seas.
Yeah,
as well. It's connected to 3
the
continents. Yeah, that's for sure. But going back to the question, so okay, so I hope Munira, you got your answer for that question.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Yes, because me and Ali, we just started
Yes, I
talking
did.
and we really
Thank
forgot about
you.
the show. But thank you so much. We're happy for you that you're in today. Thank you so much for your participation. Thanks.
Thank you.
So before we have our second caller, third caller, can you tell us why do we actually call the Red Sea?
Okay,
The Red Sea?
so there is two stories behind that.
Okay.
One is Romans,
Okay.
they tend to give seas color codes. And these color codes indicate directions. So that we have Black Sea, and we have the Red Sea, and we have the Mediterranean Sea, which they call it the White Sea. So when they say Black Sea, they are referring to the sea at the west of the Roman Empire, or at the east. And when they say red, it is at the southern sea. And when they say the White Sea, they mean the sea at the border of it. So this is one saying. It is because of the old decoding, because back in the day, older maps, they have an old Roman or Greek names which translate to Reddish Sea or Red Sea. But more scientific answer is because we have the very long coast of coral reefs, and at some times in the year they propagate and give this vibrant color of reddish, oranges.
Yeah, because it has like one of the most colorful coral reefs, as I said before, which, as I said before, it makes it a big attraction for divers. So maybe that adds on. I mean, with the previous explanation why we call it the Red Sea as well.
I'm tending toward this more scientific.
Yeah. Okay, yes, for
rather
sure,
than.
for sure. Okay, so let's move on. Do we have a third caller today?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome to the show. You want to introduce yourself to the audience?
My name is Jenna.
Jenna. Hi, Jenna. Welcome to the show. We're really happy to have you here today. Do you have a question for us?
Yeah. Can you discuss how the octopuses high? What was the natural word they have than camouflage?
Okay, so I guess you're asking the question about the octopus. What do they do exactly to camouflage? Yeah.
Yeah, that helps them.
Yes, Ali. I guess Ali, you answered that before, but if you can remind the audience why they do that.
Yeah, camouflaging in the marine life, they are using two techniques. Either by changing color, because they have this color pigment under the skin, so they can manage whatever color they get in. So octopus, they can change their colors based upon the rocks around them or the color of the sand also. And the other techniques of camouflaging is some fishes, they have their own color. They cannot change their color. So they are swimming and habitat around coral reefs and rocks similar in color or in shape to theirs. So we have this, it's called the lionfish, which is the big one with a lot of spikes. It lives among black rocks because it is easier to camouflage between these rocks. So I would say there's two techniques, either changing color if you can. If you can't, just live with something you can hide in.
Interesting. I hope, Jenna, you got a satisfying answer for that question of yours.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much, Jenna, for that question. Thank you so much for participating. I guess we'll see you next time. Okay, so I guess, Ali, we just reached the end of our show. It's been amazing.
Yeah.
It's been really fun and informative, especially like having you with us today. I mean, it's been really informative and very good, good answers.
We hold our breath and we dive in.
Exactly. Yeah, we checked. We saw all the sea creatures. Exactly. Me personally, I have learned a lot from today's
Thank you for coming, you and your audience, and your magnificent show. And hope to discover more sections of the Ithra Museum.
Exactly. And of course, I want to take this opportunity to thank every one of you for tuning in today, and thank you so much for your participation. I hope you guys really enjoyed the show and learned a lot as much as mine. And don't forget to tune in next week. My name is Abdullah Khrisani, and
my name is Ali Bahrani.
And I guess I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.